With the better part of the season already behind them, the North Penn Maidens are looking to end the season on a high note, and tonight should be a good chance to do so against the hapless 1-19 Truman Tigers. Pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to North Penn High School. Along with Tony DiDomizio, I'm Kyle Berger, and we're glad he could join us for tonight's Suburban One League matchup between the Maidens and the Tigers. Tony, tonight should be a pretty easy one for North Penn, but they obviously can't overlook anybody.
That's true, Kyle. Although Truman had a horrible loss the last time they played North Penn, they still should be aware of Truman. They might have something up their sleeve.
Yeah, North Penn Maidens did defeat the Truman Tigers rather easily, 91-38 in their first meeting earlier in the season. Jamie Willis had 27 points along with 3 3-pointers in that one for the Maidens. Truman does boast 2 players over 5'10", so they probably will have the height advantage tonight.
That's right. Possibly the height advantage tonight against North Penn could help pull off a win for Truman Tigers.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups, Tony.
For Truman Tigers, we have number 23, Gina Gilbert. Number 31, Jessie Dunlap. Number 40, Trish Walterlick. And number 41, Steph Mostowit. And number 43, Diana Olds. For North Penn Maidens, we have number 4, Shannon Hungate. Number 11, Jamie Willis. Number 12, Jen McMaster. Number 23, Amber Smolinski. And number 20, Susan Ducilli.
Tonight's officials are Mike McLean and Tom McLean. Tonight's game figures to be a good confidence builder for the North Penn Maidens, and we'll have all the action for you on North Penn Television. Maidens basketball next.
What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes? Between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice? Would there be a right choice? Now there's a way to help. Not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Welcome back to North Penn High School's gymnasium. Along with Tony DiDomizio, I'm Kyle Berger on North Penn Television. Maidens basketball versus the Truman Tigers. North Penn Maidens have a record of 7-13. The Harry S. Truman Tigers with a lowly 1-19 record. And Tony, as we've mentioned before, probably not a very good matchup tonight on either side of the ball for the Maidens. They'll pretty much be all over Truman tonight, you would imagine, judging by the 91-38 win earlier in the season. What do you expect tonight from the Maidens?
Well, tonight, with the strong matches we have for start, and we could say that maybe Knights may pull up another 90-13 win if they can. But don't underestimate Truman. Maybe they've changed in practice in between. You got some new secrets behind them.
Diana Olds and Jen McMaster will jump ball and get things underway. McMaster easily wins that tip, and Shannon Hungate will control for the Maidens. Maidens quickly on the attack, although Willis has it go over midcourt, stepped on the line, an early turnover for the Maidens, and Truman will take over. And definitely one of the things that could keep Truman in this game is turnovers by the Maidens.
It's a good grab by Willis in the midcourt. Nice effort.
Gina Gilbert Loose pass there. Trish Walderick picks it up for the Tigers. She'll send it cross court. Good anticipation by Jen McMaster. Stepped on the far touchline before she could get that ball. Truman basketball once again just 20 seconds into the opening quarter. Truman looking to get the ball in and does to Trish Walderick, guarded tightly by Jen McMaster. She does gain midcourt, and North Penn will set up its defense. Maidens will be sticking with a matchup defense. Jen McMaster a 2-on-1 if she hurries. Bounce pass to Willis on the baseline. Tough shot, and she gets it. Maidens get the first points of the game on Willis's layup. Walderick, home run pass across midcourt, connects to Dunlap. She drives. High arcing shot off the rim, no good. Willis pulls the rebound for North Penn. Good pass down low to Smolinski. Tough shot up and under, no good. Sudusili pulls and gives it back to Hungate. She'll kick it out to McMaster. Backdoor coming in for the Maidens. Willis, good hustle to keep it in. But picking it up for Truman is Trish Walderick, and she'll come across midcourt with it. Half-court trap worked to perfection by the Maidens. It's a 3-on-1. Sudusili pushes off, gives it to Willis. No good on the layup. Walderick picks it up for Truman. Missed opportunity there for the Maidens. North Penn with very aggressive defense, forcing the turnover. Hungate's pass for Dusili goes off of Truman's number 23, Gina Gilbert. And quickly checking into the game for Truman, replacing Diana Olds, is number 50, Kizzy Brown. Hungate gets the ball off the inbound and buries the baseline jumper, 4-0 on Hungate's 15-footer. In tonight's game, Tony, we can probably expect to see both teams run the bench deep as Smolinski picks this one off and misses the shot. But in a game with a 60-point margin of victory, as was in the earlier game this year, you would expect the Maidens to get some experience for their younger players, to put their players in, and also for Truman as well.
I said every time I announce Kyle, when the Maidens play, and these girls are always aggressive, and they're showing it again tonight. They never seem to let down. Willis
just missed the three-pointer there, and Truman will come across midcourt with it. Trish Walderick. High pass down low, unable to handle it with Steph Mostowit. That ball go out of bounds off of Truman after a little discussion there by the officials. It will be North Penn basketball. McMaster will inbound to Smolinski. 5:50 on the clock, 4-0. The Maidens have the lead early over the Truman Tigers. Here's a three by Smolinski, no good off the back of the rim.
It's a good shot by Smolinski, nice effort.
Steph Mostowit pulls the rebound for Truman. It's going to be a travel called on Gina Gilbert, number 23. Much to the chagrin of Sean Keeney, the Truman coach. Smolinski will inbound to Hungate. Baseline drive to the basket, and it is in, 6-0. Hungate has 4 points early on for the Maidens with 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. And here's a steal for Hungate. She's all over the court in the first quarter. Smolinski holds wide open. This is for two. Her foot was on the line. Smolinski buries it, and Coach Kenoy is going to call a timeout for Truman, a 20-second timeout. 8-0. Maidens all over the Tigers so far.
That's right, Kyle. Maidens looking good out there so far. A lot of cooperation and teamwork and passing, and a lot of guarding I've seen so far coming out tonight. Something I haven't seen in a while. The Maidens, they're showing a lot of good guarding skills on the Tigers.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Tony, you've seen a lot of aggressive play out of the Maidens so far, and you're announcing this year, and really we've seen a great matchup defense. They ran the half-court press to perfection, trapping Steph Mostowitz once in the corner and getting a breakaway, and they've been connecting, and Shannon Hungate has come to play tonight. She already has a couple steals, 2 field goals, and is looking to have a good night. She scored 11 against Truman earlier this year. We'll see what she can do tonight. 8-0 is your score. North Penn, as Smolinski steals it, gets the foul, does not get the basket. That foul will be against Trish Walderick, her first and the team's first. Smolinski will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Maidens. Smolinski makes the first, giving the Maidens a 9-0 lead. 5:11 on the clock in the first quarter. She is no good on the second end of that free throw opportunity. Steph Mostowitz pulls the rebound for Truman. Now Walderick is trapped. She does get it up to Jessie Dunlap, who is the focal point of the Truman offense. Kicked ball off of Truman's Gina Gilbert. Right through the 5-hole of Kizzy Brown and out of bounds. North Penn basketball. Another turnover for Truman.
4:54 left in this first quarter.
Amber Smolinski across midcourt looking for Sue Ducilli underneath the basket. Good anticipation by Trish Walderick to knock that ball out of bounds. Maidens will inbound underneath the basket. Hungate with a 3, air ball. Kizzy Brown picks it up for Truman. Now it's Trish Walderick. And she traveled, shuffled her feet as she stopped just before midcourt. Tight defense by McMaster, drawing that turnover for the Maidens. Truman sets into their zone defense. Willis, a long 3. Yes! 12-0 on Willis's three-pointer from Hatfield. 4:20 on the clock in the first quarter. Another steal by Smolinski. She draws the foul against number 31, Jessie Dunlap. That's her first, the team's second. Checking into the game for Truman, number 22, Nicole Nichols. North Penn up by 12 already just before halfway through this first quarter. Make that 14 as Sue Ducilli buries that one, 14-0. 4:10 on the clock, and an errant pass by Truman goes out of bounds. North Penn basketball, and when you look at Truman's record, 1-19, we've obviously seen about 7 reasons. That'd be 7 turnovers so far in this game, why they're not playing as well as they'd like to this year.
Well, let's just see what they got maybe in the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely a lot of basketball left to play. Don't get me wrong, 3.5 quarters left to go in this one, but yet another errant pass by Truman. It looks like they're going up for the home run pass, and that's not going to work against the Maidens' defense.
Sometimes you expect when a team's doing bad in the first quarter, you do bad the whole game, but you never know. Some teams turn around and come off with a win.
Kizzy Brown got called for the foul on that, her first, the team's third. Ducilli rips it over to Willis for 3. Off the rim. Rebound by Hungate. She's trapped. Has it taken away from her. But number 40, Trish Walderick, steps away. Amber Smolinski will inbound the ball for the Maidens. Now it's Jen McMaster working the baseline. Can't get the roll off the rim. Mostowitz rebounds for Truman, and they'll bring the ball across midcourt. Here's a 3-pointer, no good off the glass. Trish Walderick can't find that one. 3:25 on the clock as it goes off of North Penn and out of bounds. Truman will inbound the ball. Jessie Dunlap, bounce pass down low. Kicked around, loose ball. Drawing the foul, but no basket right there, Steph Mostowitz. That foul will be against North Penn's number 4, Shannon Hungate, her first, the team's first. Mostowitz with a chance to put Truman on the board here as they trail by 14. Mostowitz makes the first, so Truman is on the board. 5.5 into the first quarter, 14-1 the score. She does not make the second as Ducilli pulls the rebound. Here's another fast break for the Maidens. Hungate to the basket. No foul called. Looked like she got pushed. Smolinski with the rebound. Can't get the putback. And finally, Jessie Dunlap comes away with it for Truman. Now Truman trying to run a fast break, but another errant pass. This one is picked up by Mostowitz. Down low, Hungate. Good play. 3 on the basket for the Maidens. This is an easy bucket. And Willis makes it. 16-1, a 15-point lead for the Maidens, 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Once again, pressured defense and bad passing by Truman forces the turnover and a fast break. McMaster looking for a steal there, can't get it. Now to the basket. Dunlap can't find the easy layup. Rebound no good by Walderick. Up again, no good with it.
Oh, nice play by Smolinski, nice effort. Good block by McMaster, too.
In that exchange, there was a foul against Amber Smolinski. That's her first, the team's second. Looked like there might have been a traveling call, but not called on that sequence. To the basket, Dunlap, no good off the glass. Rebound and put back, no good. Truman just can't find the short shots as Willis is triple teamed, and that's obviously going to leave a lot of people open. Hungate, the great bounce pass to Sue Ducilli, draws the foul, no basket. So Hungate with a nice pass to Sue Ducilli. And Ducilli draws the foul on number 22, Nicole Nichols. Her first, the team's fourth. Ducilli will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Maidens. She makes her first and is now a 17-1 lead for North Penn, 2:18 on the clock in the first quarter. 1 for 2 at the line for Sue Ducilli as Trish Walderick is double teamed by North Penn. Ball on the floor. Kizzy Brown, errant pass. McMaster easily to the basket, up and in. It's good, 20. Make that 19-1, an 18-point lead. Willis with the steal to the basket. Draws the push foul. That foul is on number 40, Trish Walderick. That's her second, the team's fifth. Willis at the line shooting 2 with a chance to increase North Penn's already commanding 18-point lead. Willis is good with the first, and Jamie Willis, of course, as we look to our left, there's a 1,000-point scorers banner. Her name is yet to be on it. It's just a matter of totaling up her points at the end of the year. She will be on it, of course, scoring 1,000 points about 2.5 weeks ago at Upper Dublin. Jamie Willis just continuing to have a great career here at North Penn in all 3 sports that she plays. Trish Walderick, an errant pass looking for Jessie Dunlap, another turnover. Turnovers are probably in the double digits already for Truman just in this first quarter. Smolinski rips it across. Great touch pass. Now down low. Willis to Hungate. Can't get the layup. Walderick pulls it. She has nowhere to go with it, but does get rid of it. Nicole Nichols passes the ball up. Mostowitz to the center. Tough shot on the baseline. No good by Jessie Dunlap. McMaster comes away with it. Now it's Willis. Bounce pass to Smolinski on the baseline. Back to Willis for 3. No good off the rim. Truman will control as Steph Mostowitz comes away with it. Ball will go off of North Penn's Shannon Hungate, so it will be Truman basketball.
1:14 left in this quarter, 21-1, North Penn. Truman showing a lot of effort.
Yeah, it just seems that Truman hasn't been able to make any of the shots from inside
Right.
6 feet. And that's a key to the basketball game. And also right there, Truman having a little bit of a case of the stone hands so far today. They haven't been able to catch many of the passes to get some open looks. Kizzy Brown couldn't find the handle on that one. As Sue Ducilli brings it up for the Maidens. Hungate had an open Willis but could not find the lane. Now a 3 by Smolinski is good, 24-1. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Another costly turnover. Nicole Nichols turned the ball over right there, palmed the basketball. So North Penn once again on the offensive attack. Jen McMaster will inbound for North Penn. Truman sets up in their 2-1-2 zone. Smolinski will take another tray. No good off the rim. Trish Walderick pulls the rebound for the Tigers. Now Jessie Dunlap loses the ball. Jen McMaster with probably her 4th steal of the game. Hungate, great pass to Sue Ducilli, and she makes it. Talking to Hungate before the game, she said tonight would be a good opportunity for her to build up her assist statistics. She's already picked up a couple so far in the first quarter, and another turnover for Truman. North Penn basketball, 26-1 the score, with 25 seconds left in the opening quarter. Smolinski dishes it off to Hungate. Now Ducilli in the corner. North Penn will circle it back out. Smolinski, another 3-pointer. That one finds the rim, but not the net. Jessie Dunlap brings it up. She has 5 seconds to shoot. She's on the floor. Calls for timeout, but it's a jump ball. She couldn't get the timeout call, but it will remain Truman basketball. 2.8 seconds to go. See if Truman can get a quick touch and a shot at the basket here with under 3 seconds to shoot. Dunlap looks for motion. Dunlap did not know how much time was left on the clock and could not
Nice shot
release
at the
the
buzzer.
shot by the end of the period. So with The score 26-1 after one period. 25-point lead for the Maidens.
They played real good first quarter, Kyle. It was a good play by Smolenski to call a timeout. 2 seconds left in the game. So far, Truman Tigers are 5 fouls altogether, 2 by Trish Walterick. And then North Penn with only 2 fouls, though. And a lot of points by Smolenski and Willis in the first quarter.
There you see Coach Crawford of North Penn probably going to start emptying the bench after the first quarter. Just get the starters in, get some good playing time, get a couple points on the board, build up their stats, and then take them out and let the younger players take over. And that shouldn't be a problem for the rest of this game. They already lead by 25 after one quarter. The one thing I did notice in that first quarter, Tony, that the tallest player on Truman on their roster, number 40, Trish Walterick, has been playing point guard, and she's 6 foot. I was surprised they didn't use her up at front, up in the forward or the center position. They've had her back running the show at point guard, and that obviously doesn't help you down low where you need height the most.
I don't see why Truman would be doing that, but she's also the one that has the most fouls of this game here for Truman.
Checking into the game for North Penn, Katrina Joseph and Sarah Ducilli. Hungate and Smolenski take a seat on the bench in their place. Katrina Joseph posts up and now kicks it back to McMaster. 26-1 the score, just underway in the second quarter. Willis goes to the crossover, now to the lane. Goes up. Does not draw the foul. It was all ball by Truman. Possession hour does change after the quarter, so it will be Truman basketball once again. They trail by 25. Coming up for Truman, number 22, Nicole Nichols, working against Willis in the Maidens matchup defense. Another turnover for Truman as Trish Walterick throws it out of bounds. Joseph will inbound for North Penn. Jamie Willis already with 7 points. She did have 27 against Truman as Sarah Ducilli buries the baseline jumper. So Jamie Willis might get a little more playing time tonight to see how many points she can get against Truman. Walterick throws it away. McMaster with a pass too long for Jamie Willis. That was Nicole Nichols that threw that away, not Walterick, as I said. 7:01 on the clock in the first half. 28-1 the score, a 27-point lead for the Maidens. Pass deflected by Sarah Ducilli. It will go out of bounds off of Jamie Willis. Truman basketball. Truman is going to empty the bench now as they bring in number 23, Gina Gilbert, number 24, Kim Bellamy, and number 21, Nicole Marchek.
Could this be a plot for Truman to bring him a win? We'll find out.
Well, Gilbert did start, but came out about 2 minutes into the game as Jamie Willis picks up the steal and the basket. Her 9th point, 30-1 now the score, a 29-point lead for the Maidens. But Bellamy and Marchek coming off the bench. We'll see if they can contribute for the Tigers. Ball was tipped by Willis, and she picks up her second straight steal and her second straight basket. 32-1 the score now, 6:20 on the clock. Jamie Willis has a chance to dominate this game as Crawford is going to go to the bench. They're going to bring in almost a hockey shift change, if you will, here. 5 players at once. Willis to the basket. Gets another layup. Make that 13 points for Willis now. Nicole Nichols across midcourt. Now it's Gina Gilbert against Willis. Tight defense by Willis. Ball on the floor. Jump ball. North Penn basketball. Here comes the shift change for the Maidens. Coming into the game, number 35, Sarah Ulmer. Number 21, Leanne Schwartz. Number 4, Shannon Hungate. Number 33, Megan Heath. And number 23, Amber Smolenski. Coming into the game for Truman, number 42, Carla Atkinson. Leanne Schwartz now with the basketball over to Shannon Hungate. Down low on the baseline, Megan Heath loses the ball. Coming away with it is Kim Bellamy. She traveled, obviously, going to her knees on that one due to the tight defense by the Maidens. 5.5 on the clock in the second quarter. North Penn up by 33. 34-1 is the score.
So far, neither team has gotten any fouls this second quarter.
Mostowitz, the only point scorer for Truman with one free throw. Here's Sarah Ulmer to the basket. Can't get the layup. Smolinski loses the putback opportunity. That foul is going to be against North Penn's number 23, Amber Smolinski, her second, the team's third. Truman will inbound on their own half of the court. Gina Gilbert gets it across midcourt. Atkinson sends it to Walderick from the baseline. A little long with that one. Smolinski pulls the rebound for the Maidens. Smolinski straight to the lane, coast to coast. The left-hander no good, but Shannon Hungate gets the rebound and the putback. Now it is 36-1, a 35-point lead. 4:50 to go in the second quarter. Trish Walderick working against Ulmer to the basket, will draw the foul. She'll get 2 shots. And another chance to put some points on the board for Truman. That foul was against Sarah Ulmer, her first, the team's fourth. We'll see if Walderick can get Truman back on the scoring. No good with that first free throw.
Nice try by Walderick. And she makes this next one to be her first one of the game.
In and out with that one. So Truman remains just with an ace on the scoreboard right now. 36-1, a 35-point lead for the Maidens. 4.5 to go in the first half. Shannon Hungate, great cross-court look to Leanne Schwartz to the basket and the foul. Count it for Leanne Schwartz. She'll go to the line and shoot one, drawing the foul against Truman's number 21, Nicole Marchak.
It's our first for the game, Kyle.
16 foul against Truman, so North Penn now in the bonus. They lead by 37. Schwartz with a chance to make it a 38-point lead. And she does. Truman just desperate to get some points on the board. They basically can't buy a basket tonight. Partially, in fact, to the Maidens' tight defense. And also some poor shooting and some bad turnovers right there. An unfortunate bounce off the rim.
That basket just doesn't seem to take Truman's balls tonight.
Ulmer does get the rebound off of that shot. Smolinski draws the block foul against Nicole Marchak, her second. Team over the limit will take a walk to the other end of the court. Smolinski with a 1-and-1 for the Maidens. Jamie Willis right now the game-high scorer with 15 points. As North Penn hits the 40-point mark here in the second quarter, 4:09 on the clock, 40-1 the score now, a 39-point lead. Smolinski 2 of 2 for the line. Maidens up by 40. The lead continues to grow as North Penn prepares another shift change, bringing in 5 players on the next stoppage. Tough shot missed there by Nicole Marchak, who got a great look from Trish Walderick. Now a steal by Bellamy, but another steal by Smolinski. She'll push to Hungate. Stops and pops. No, good off the rim. Thought she had that one. It will go out of bounds. Truman basketball. Here come the Maidens with their second shift change of the night coming in. Sue Ducilli, Sarah Ducilli, Katrina Joseph, Jamie Willis, and Jen McMaster. Wholesale changes for the Maidens. And as I said earlier, Tony, it just looks like this might be a good game to do that. Usually you only see subs coming one at a time, but they're bringing the hockey lines right now, 5 at a time. As
a lot of substitutions tonight, Kyle.
Willis picks up yet another steal. She has McMaster with her. She'll drop it off to Joseph. Good job to control by Joseph. Great look down low. Sarah Ducilli can't find it. Over the back call against Katrina Joseph, her first. North Penn's 5th. 3:19 on the clock in the second quarter, 41-1. The Maidens all over the Tigers. Gilbert comes across midcourt, sends it down low. Sue Ducilli picks it up. Good pass cross court. Willis to the basket, and she gets it. 17 points now on the board for Jamie Willis. Gilbert around the Maidens defense, and for that effort, all she has is an air ball. Willis will push up. Sarah Ducilli rather. Now it's Jen McMaster. Buries the 12-footer, 45-1. 2.5 on the clock in the second quarter. A dejected Gilbert brings the ball across midcourt. Met at midcourt by Willis.
I believe that's McMaster's first for this night, Kyle.
Swat by Sarah Ducilli on that pass. Her sister picks it up. Now to Willis, to the basket. Doesn't get that layup, but Joseph pulls the rebound. Now it's back to Willis. McMaster from the foul line. Yes! 47-1 now, a 46-point lead. Truman will inbound. They have another shift change ready. Looks like we're going 5 at a time tonight on substitutions for both teams. Jessie Dunlap is double teamed, loses the ball. Katrina Joseph comes away with it. Now it's Jen McMaster. Has 3 Truman defenders caught at midcourt. Willis up and in. Yet again, Jamie Willis is lighting it up here in the first half. Gina Gilbert brings it across midcourt. Block foul against Sarah Ducilli, her first, the team's 6th. Check that. That's a foul against Truman's number 42, Carla Atkinson. Here comes everybody. Checking in for Truman, number 41, Steph Mostowitz. Number 22, Nicole Nichols. Number 31, Jessie Dunlap. Number 50, Kizzy Brown. And number 40, Trish Walderick. In for the Maidens, 23, Amber Smolinski. Number 33, Megan Heath. 21, Leanne Schwartz. And number 35, that's Sarah Ulmer. Shannon Hungate is waiting to enter the game. Cannot enter for Sarah Ducilli as she is on the line shooting 2. Ducilli makes both of them. It's 51-1, a 50-point lead for the Maidens as Hungate checks in for Ducilli. $19 points now on the board for Jamie Willis as she headed to the bench. $1:20 on the clock. No good on that short shot for Truman was number 41, Mostowitz. Hungate with a
nice save by Schwartz.
That did go out of bounds, however. Good effort by Schwartz on Hungate's errant pass. Truman will pick it up. They trail by 50. Only 1 point on the board.
With 1:10 left in the second quarter.
Trish Walderick sends it down low. On the baseline, Kizzy Brown has that pass deflected by Megan Heath. Dunlap is trapped. She kicks it back out. Now under a minute to go in the first half. Nicole Nichols sends it around the horn. Trish Walderick circles back to the center. She's double teamed, dribbles off her foot, ball on the floor. Somehow that's not a walk. I don't know how.
Seems she tried to shoot it up from the floor.
Kizzy Brown doubled down. That foul will be on Shannon Hungate. Her second, the team's 7th, so Truman will go to the line and shoot 1-on-1. Correction, that's only the Maiden 6th, so no shots on that one. Nicole Nichols sends it around. Turnaround shot in the lane, no good by Trish Walderick. Ulmer pulls. Hungate 1-on-1. She has 2 people joining her. Here's Leanne Schwartz back to Hungate. Good give and go, but Hungate can't get the shot. Ulmer is up and in. 20 seconds on the clock now. 53-1. North Penn dominating. Into the lane is Kizzy Brown. The jump shot, no good off the glass. 3 seconds on the clock to shoot. No good was Walderick, and that is all for the first half. And what can you say? 2 words in that first half. North Penn, 53-1 is the score after 16 minutes of basketball action. A 52-point lead. All Truman could muster in that first half was a free throw by Steph Mostowitz. And,
right.
I mean, what can you say? The defense, the turnovers, and the poor shooting by Truman have been the difference in this game, Tony.
Also, the 9 fouls you can count for in the first half, too, against Truman. You can also count to this game. But only North Penn came out with only 5 in this first half of the game. And a lot of shooting by Willis. Willis seemed to begin going low, not getting a lot of shots. And then during the middle of the second quarter, she came out of nowhere with all these 2-pointers. It's amazing.
Yeah, you saw Willis on maybe 1.5 minute span, got 3 steals and 3 layups just like that. So the teams have gone to the locker room. They've taken a break, and we're going to join them. 53-1 is the score. At halftime, only an ace on the board for Truman. We'll be back with second half action from North Penn High School after this. Stay with us.
Tom, where you going? Hey, we got a ball game here, pardon me.
Pitcher got a rubber arm. It's has. Huh? Pitcher has a rubber arm.
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1-800-38-BE-SMART for a free booklet and be a big league parent.
They broke the law at every turn. They had no restraint. They were rebels without a clue.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, compound fractures, contusions.
No, I mean, why no safety belts?
It's just what dummies do.
Oh, yeah? Well, this is what I do.
Busted for not wearing safety belts.
Hey, pal, it's the law.
Police are ticketing across the nation. Buckle your safety belt.
The air dances with the waters, which brings the rain that feeds the land, that is home to the animals. All life dances together.
In a world so connected, choosing one environmental cause can be hard. EarthShare is 40 environmental charities working together. You and your company can help by calling 1-800-MY-SHARE.
All life lives, or doesn't, together.
If you don't use his car seat, your child won't be disappointed.
He'll be crushed.
Sorry, Chip.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Use child safety seats.
Welcome back to North Penn High School. Along with Tony DiDemizio, I'm Kyle Berger. Second half action coming at you. 53-1 is the score.
That's right.
A veritable blowout right now for the North Penn Maidens. They lead by 52, as we said. They'll come back with their starting five to start this third quarter, but will probably go to the bench pretty early in this second
Right. As you may have seen in the beginning, Willis came out. She really sort of like moved the girls on to be aggressive in this game. She's sort of like a spark that like ignites a fire. That's what Willis is to these Maidens tonight.
So as we come back into the second half, Truman wearing the dark jerseys and shorts goes from right to left on the screen. The Maidens in their home whites will go from left to right, and the Maidens defense picks up right where it left off. But the first field goal of the game for Truman is scored by number 50, Kizzy Brown. So it took him 16 and a half minutes, but finally they're on the board in the field goal department, 53-3. Maidens lead cut to 50. Here's Willis with a long-range three. No good off the rim. Smolinski, great rebound. Hungate from the baseline, yes. 55-3 now, back up to a 52-point lead for the Maidens as Hungate makes the Maidens' first basket of the second half. Errant pass by number 22, Nicole Nichols. North Penn basketball. Jamie Willis and Amber Smolinski were the two Maidens in double figures after one half of basketball. 19 for Willis, 10 for Smolinski. McMaster trapped underneath the basket. Ball on the floor. It's a jump ball, North Penn basketball. Just under a minute into this third quarter. 55-3 the score, a 52-point lead for the Maidens. Hungate, great look down low. Make that Smolinski great look down low to McMaster. She makes an easy basket, and it's 57-3. Truman is trapped once again by the Maidens' defense. Smolinski, great speed. She's untouched to the basket, up and in. Smolinski scores her 11th and 12th points of the game, 59-3, a 56-point lead, a buck and a half into the third quarter. Nicole Nichols controlling, looking down low. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Truman. So it will be Tigers basketball. They trail by 56. Nicole Nichols now. Guarded tightly by Willis. Now Jesse Dunlap from the top of the key. No good. Rebound putback is no good by Trish Walderick. Smolinski, long pass to Hungate, stops and does not get the roll off the rim. Over the back foul against Sue Ducilli, her first foul, and the team's first in the second half. Checking into the game for Truman, number 23, Gina Gilbert. She's replacing Nicole Nichols. Well, Tony, if you're Truman and you're down by 59-3, what do you do in the second half? I mean, you obviously... we don't like to say it, the game's over, but you know it is. So you just try to get your players in and work.
Unless some miracle just sort of happens between the second half. But, I mean, if your team's down 59-3, all you can do is just hope and just try and show the effort. That's what you're doing.
So Willis circles it out. Smolinski for three. Yes! Yeah. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 62-3, a 59-point lead for the Maidens. 5.5 on the clock. Gina Gilbert brings it up. Gets a pick, goes down low and circles back out, doubled down by Ducilli and Willis, drawing the steal for McMaster, coast to coast, up and in. 64-3 now. So the Maidens continue to build on their massive lead. 61 points now, the differential between the Maidens and the Tigers. Here's a baseline drive, up and in, good for Jesse Dunlap. Timeout called by Truman. 64-5 the score now. Truman up. Make that Truman down by 59.
The Tigers showed in that last shot, they showed a little passing and a little skill there where the girl went on the outside and they passed up to her. That was a good strategy I think Truman had. They may be able to try it again.
Yeah, Dunlap had a great baseline drive there and got a good layup up and in. So both teams in their timeout right now. North Penn up by several touchdowns over Truman right now. 4:54 on the clock in the third quarter as the Maidens up by 59. So we said at the top of the show, Truman has the height advantage, but I mean, we've been seeing they have been getting rebounds on the offensive side of the ball, but they just haven't been able to get the putbacks from 6 feet and in. They're basically 0 for the game so far. They've had a couple rather easy layups, and they just haven't been able to make it, and luck is just not on their side tonight.
It's true, Kyle. Truman Tigers seem not to care if luck's on their side or not. They just got their play to game. Showing a lot of effort and teamwork and passing around. Kizzy Brown being, as you said, the only one actually making the basket tonight with the help of Steph Mestowit with her free throw.
So there you see Truman's coach looking at his team, trying to get him to get back into this game, although it's seemingly impossible to do that, Coach Kenoy. Just saying to his girls, hey, you know, we might have lost this one, but let's use it as a building block for the rest of the season. Get some minutes in for some of the younger players. Get some work in. See if we can get the offense working a little bit here. They've already quadrupled their point output in the first half, just 3 minutes into the second half. So 64-5 the score, 4:50 on the clock as Amber Smolinski brings it up for North Penn. Down low to Hungate, reverse layup. No good off the rim, gets her own rebound. Can't find the putback. Trish Walderick comes up with it, dribbles it off her foot, but a foul is called on Sue Ducilli of North Penn, her second, the team's second. So Truman will inbound on the far side. Jesse Dunlap gets it into Gina Gilbert.
That's it, Jen.
Gilbert looking for motion from Truman. Now a long three. It's just off the glass there by Trish Walderick. Willis comes away with it for North Penn. Willis with 19 points has yet to score. She goes to the lane, can't get the roll off the glass. So Willis yet to score in the second half. Just holding with 19 points right now. Walderick loses control. But Jackie Thompson picks it up for Truman. Good bounce pass down low and up and in. Kizzy Brown off the look from Jesse Dunlap. So Truman's starting to pass the ball with a little more efficiency.
Right.
Smolinski with another pass of her own down low to Hungate. She gets the layup. 66-7 now the score. 59-point lead for the Maidens. Trish Walderick against Willis. Walderick to the baseline drive. The scoop shot too far under the basket. But up and in with the pickup of that loose ball was Jesse Dunlap, number 31. Smolinski, another long pass. Sudu Silly gives it out to Willis. Smolinski draws the foul against number 23, Gina Gilbert. That's Gilbert's first, the team's first. In the second half, as a myriad of subs once again in for both teams. Katrina Joseph, number 42, and Shayna Leary, number 53, in for North Penn. Checking in for Truman, number 21, Nicole Marchek, number 42, Carla Atkinson. Number 41, Steph Motstowitz, number 43, Diana Olds, and number 22, Nicole Nichols. Smolinski now with a three. It's good. I believe Smolinski is a perfect 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, maybe 3 for 4 tonight. Now it's a 60-point lead on Smolinski's three-pointer. 69-9 now the score. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's a steal by Smolinski. She's going to go coast to coast, but she lost control of the basket. Now it's Hungate for three. No. Joseph pulls the rebound. The putback, nothing. Willis looking for the reverse and possibly a foul, does not get it. Off of Truman, North Penn basketball. So North Penn now has its two tallest players in the game, the 5'10" Katrina Joseph and the 6'1" Shayna Leary. See if they can use that height to their advantage.
Looks like they have so far, Kyle.
North Penn does turn it over, however. 69-9 the score, 2.5 on the clock. Nicole Nichols brings it up for Truman. Goes to the lane. She walked, shuffled her feet as she got to the foul line and stopped her dribble. Shayna Leary will inbound for North Penn. Willis from the corner thought about the three, but decided not to take it. Now Shannon Hungate posted up, gives it off to Willis, and she'll dribble out of trouble. Hungate, great give and go to Willis, to the basket and in.
Beautiful play.
Yet another assist for Shannon Hungate, dropping the dimes tonight for the Maidens.
Dropping it down.
71-9, a 62-point lead for the Maidens. Steph Motstowitz posted up at the foul line, kicks it back out. Here's the turnaround shot in the lane. Count it for Diana Olds, number 43. Picking up her first 2 points of the night. Truman now into double digits, trailing by 60, 71-11 on Olds' basket. Willis down low to Joseph. The fadeaway, no good off the glass. Truman brings it down. Here's Carla Atkinson. Dribbling pretty much out of control. Willis tried to time a steal. Hungate has it go off of her foot and out of bounds. Nicole Nichols brings it up for Truman. The lane opens for her, but closes just as quickly as it opened. Awkward shot by Atkinson is no good. Ball loose on the floor. That foul will be on Atkinson, number 42. That's her second, and the team's second. All ones on the clock, 1:11 in the third quarter, as Larry inbounds for the Maidens. Smolinski gives it right up to Nicole Nichols. She'll come across midcourt now, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Nichols from the baseline, along with that one. Larry in a dogfight for that ball, can't come up with it, however. Ball goes off of Shannon Hungate. Out of bounds, Truman basketball.
Clock stopped at 53 seconds, 71-11 North Penn. Number 22 from Truman will take this out.
That's Nicole Nichols. She gives it right up to Amber Smolinski, coast to coast, up and in. 73-11 now, a 62-point lead. 40 seconds on the clock. Ball swatted by Leary. Once again, here's Smolinski. She'll take the shot and gets another layup. 75-11, a 64-point lead. So Smolinski with 2 straight steals and 2 straight baskets for the Maidens, continuing to add to her dominant effort here tonight. She now has 24 points on the night for North Penn. Great look now to Willis. She makes yet another basket, 23 points for Amber Smolinski. Make that Jamie Willis 24 points for Amber Smolinski as we've reached the end of the third quarter, a 66-point lead for the Maidens. Truman's highest offensive output of the game so far, getting 10 points in that quarter. Big production from Truman.
That's right, Kyle. You saw beginning in the first half, Truman was only down was 1 point. It was I believe it was 53-1 in the beginning of the first half. And the second half came around. Somehow Truman just came out of nowhere with 10 points. Thanks to Kizzy Brown, 2 by Kizzy Brown, 1 by Jessie Dunlap, and 1 by Steph Mestowitz in the first half.
So there you see the score after 3, 78-11. After the final score, of course, in that earlier game this year was 91-38. We'll see if North Penn can put more than 13 points on the board in this fourth quarter and get close to the century mark.
Smolinski showing a lot of shots this second half. First half, it was more Willis and Smolinski. Now it seems a bit switched around a little bit.
North Penn with yet another shift change, bringing in a ton of subs. Sarah Ducilli, Sarah Ulmer, Megan Heath, Leanne Schwartz, and number 54 for the Maidens is an Aaron Buzzer on the score clock. Sarah Jansen also into the game. That's number 54. Leanne Schwartz will hang out at midcourt. Now it's Megan Heath. Ulmer, tight defense.
Some of these girls you don't usually see out in the court during a game, Kyle, but it seems that tonight, I guess the coaches decided to put them in. It's such a long-way game against Truman.
Ulmer in the lane, kicks it out. Now Jansen from the baseline, no good off the rim. Good rebound by Sarah Ducilli, but has it taken right out of her hands by number 31, Jessie Dunlap. Here comes Gina Gilbert right at you. She circles back out, however, and gives it to Jessie Dunlap. Partially blocked by Megan Heath on that. Ball out of bounds. North Penn basketball off of Trish Walderick. Sarah Jansen nowhere to go with it. Gets it into Leanne Schwartz. She dribbles out of trouble. Now it's back to Jansen. Heath cross-court look. Sarah Ducilli. Good ball fake to get Kizzy Brown up in the air, and Sarah Ducilli buries it. 79-11. North Penn gets the first field goal of the fourth quarter. 6:45 to play in this one. Three-pointer is airballed by number 23, Gina Gilbert. North Penn basketball.
Even though Truman's not showing a lot of scoring tonight, it's sure showing a lot of effort in passing.
Leanne Schwartz across midcourt. Passes that one to basically nobody. It goes out of bounds. Truman basketball on the turnover. 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. 79-11 the score. Trish Walderick looking for somebody to pass to and gets it. Jessie Dunlap. Now Truman. Unorthodox three-pointer, just gets the glass off of the hands of Gina Gilbert. Foul called on that play against Truman. That's against number 40, Trish Walderick, and that's her third foul, and Truman's third in the second half. Megan Heath trying to get it across midcourt, has it picked off by Jessie Dunlap. Now Sarah Ulmer, good tight defense. But Truman does control Trish Walderick. The three-pointer, no good off the rim. Ulmer double-teamed. Elbows flying, foul will be called on Truman. Fouls against number 50, Kizzy Brown, her second, the team's fourth. Leanne Schwartz coming across midcourt. Good pass to Sarah Ducilli, now down low to Heath. Turnaround in the lane, yes, off the glass. Good shot by Megan Heath. As North Penn has eclipsed the 80-point mark, they now lead by 70, 81-11. Of course, those 91 points scored against Truman were the Maiden's highest offensive output of the season. They have yet to match that. We'll see if they can do that tonight. They only need 10 more. Should have 2 more coming here as Sarah Ducilli goes untouched to the basket, up and in now, 83-11. Truman just trying to get something done here, yet to score in this fourth quarter. Now it's Walderick with a long 3. Yes! So Trish Walderick makes the first 3-pointer for Truman in the game. Now they trail by 69 once again. 83-14.
I believe that was by Sarah Ducilli, if I'm not wrong.
So Sarah Ducilli does make yet another basket for the Maidens, as she's been the story in the fourth quarter. North Penn back up to a 71-point lead, 85-14. Leanne Schwartz cross court. Sarah Ducilli on the baseline, kicks it back out. Schwartz. Good look by Heath down low, kicks it out. Jansen from the baseline showing good range, 87-14. A 73-point lead just before the halfway point in the fourth quarter.
Truman just passing around.
Yeah, basically just playing a game of catch right now. Kizzy Brown at the top of the key, almost has it stripped. Goes to the basket, draws the foul against, I believe, Sarah Ulmer, and does. That's Ulmer's second, the team's third. Here comes everybody. Katrina Brown and Sarah Jansen into the game for North Penn. Coming in for Truman, number 41, Steph Motstowitz. Number 42, Carla Atkinson. Number 21, Nicole Marchek. And number 32, Cheryl Reeves, seeing her first action of the game. North Penn sticking with, appears to be a zone defense right now. They've switched back. They started the game in a tight man-to-man defense. Now a 3-pointer. It's airballed by Cheryl Reeves just into the game. Katrina Joseph will pick it up for North Penn. 4 points shy of that magical 91-point mark, which was their highest offensive output of the year, as mentioned before.
And they might just go over that tonight, Kyle.
Here's a steal by Nicole Marchek, but the foul is on Katrina Joseph, her second, and the team's fourth in the second half. 3.5 on the clock. 87-14 is the score. A 73-point lead for the Maidens.
Both teams each have 4 fouls.
Nicole Nichols looks into the lane. Steph Motstowitz puts it up, has it muted by Shayna Leary. Truman basketball underneath the basket. Nicole Nichols looking for a quick inbound play, has it taken away. Ducilli pushes up for Leanne Schwartz. She's up and in with a layup, 89-14, 75 points is the difference in this one. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Truman's going to bring in another boatload of subs after the next stoppage of play. Nicole Nichols just hanging out at midcourt for Truman. Leanne Schwartz comes up to meet her, and she dishes it off to Nicole Marchek. Now she'll go back to Nicole Nichols. She'll give it right to Leanne Schwartz, and she'll return the favor to Sarah Ducilli. Hard foul on that play by Nicole Marchek. Ducilli appears to be all right. She'll go to the line and shoot, too. Try to get North Penn to that 91-point mark. Here comes 5 substitutes for Truman. Number 40, Trish Walderick. Number 23, Gina Gilbert. Number 31, Jessie Dunlap. Number 30, Sean Garfield. And number 50, Kizzy Brown.
This would be North Penn's first free throw of the second half.
So Ducilli at the line shooting 2 with 2.5 to go in this game. Ducilli no good with the first. Or with the oh no, that one does go in. Got a nice bounce off the rim. 90-14 now, an 76-point lead. Check that. So North Penn at the 90-point mark right now. 2:20 on the clock in the final quarter. Trish Walderick sends it around the horn. Now Dunlap And back to Walderick. Drives to the basket, misses everything. And Joseph draws the foul against Walderick. If that is against Walderick, that's her 4th. And it is. So Walderick in severe foul trouble right now. One more foul and she's gone. 16 fouls now against Truman as Leanne Schwartz comes across midcourt. Here's Megan Heath from the lane, gets it. North Penn now over that 91-point mark. They're now at 92. They lead by 78 in the final quarter.
That would be Megan Heath's 2nd basket of the night.
Ball out of bounds off of Truman. Now the only question, Tony, is does North Penn get to the century mark tonight? We'll see. Sarah Jansen comes back into the game, replacing Megan Heath. Now into the final 100 seconds of basketball action here at North Penn High School. Leanne Schwartz dribbling in and out of a crowd. Another head fake.
Number 23, Gilbert's going around her like it's no tomorrow.
Now check that. Leary in the lane, no good. Joseph trying to get that rebound. Ball loose on the floor. That's a travel against number 40, Trish Walderick. Moved her feet around on the floor. A minute 25 to go in the final quarter. Schwartz looking to inbound the basketball. Over the back foul called. Who's it against? Walderick. Yes, that's her 5th. She'll take a seat on the bench for the remaining minute 25 in this game. Team over the limit as well. Joseph will go to the line and shoot 2. Truman will have to send a substitute in eventually.
This
for
is Joseph.
Trish Walderick.
This is Joseph's first free throw of the night, Kyle.
Truman does, of course, have 30 seconds to send in a sub after a foul out. And that substitute will be Steph Mostowit. And she'll come in and play out the remaining 125 in this one as North Penn continues to lead by 78 points, 92-14. Joseph is good with the first, 93-14 now the score. And she's good with the second, so North Penn now 6 points shy of 100. Be a nice achievement to see if the Maidens can put up 100 points on the board tonight.
That'd be great, Kyle.
See what they can do here. They have a minute 15 to work with. Now Truman controlling Jessie Dunlap, double teamed. She'll kick it back out to Gina Gilbert. Oh, Sarah Ducilli took that one right in the chops. Jessie Dunlap unintentionally did that. She was obviously trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. But Ducilli gets that one right in the kisser, has a laugh about it. She's all right. She figures, hey, there's only a minute left in this game.
Why not?
Why not? You know, I mean, I'd take one in the face for the team. From the baseline, no good on the air ball is Jessie Dunlap. Ball is saved by Kizzy Brown. Now Dunlap again kicks it out. To the lane, blocked by Sarah Ducilli was Gina Gilbert. Leary picks up the loose ball. Now it's Ducilli. Schwartz to Joseph. Great passing by the Maidens. 96-14, 35 seconds on the clock. So 30 seconds to go. Gilbert. Now Jansen gets it up to Ducilli. Now Leanne Schwartz can't get the layup, out of bounds. North Penn basketball, 18.7 seconds left. I'd really like to see him get to 100 tonight. 18.7 on the clock.
That's
see
what
what
I'm
they can
waiting
do.
for.
Here's Ducilli. In and out. Oh, that's a tough bounce right there. Mostowitz pulls. North Penn is not going to intentionally foul to get 100, obviously. So that looks like that's how the game is going to end unless Truman can find a basket in the last 5 seconds. As they do not. Jansen picks up the ball. The buzzer sounds, and that's it for this game. From North Penn High School, 96-14. A dominant effort by the Maidens tonight over the Truman Tigers. What can you say, Tony? Turnovers, poor shooting, and an excellent game by a lot of the Maidens, namely Jamie Willis and Amber Smolinski. Good job tonight by both teams.
I'm glad you said that. In the beginning, the girls sort of like, I'm going to use the metaphor of like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park, where they all formed around the ball, formed around a team, and tried to go in and get the ball and get some points, and you seem to do that in the beginning. And Smolinski's in there with their long strides and being like a cat with a ball of yarn, just looking for the ball and getting it and being like a target with the basket, shooting everything she can. Her and Willis, extremely great game tonight, first half and second half.
So Truman obviously getting only 1 point in the first half. It's a bit of a problem, obviously, if you don't get the ball in the basket in the game of basketball. They do put 13 points on the board to end the second half. So once again, the final score 96-14. A veritable blowout here from Crawford Stadium, a 82-point win for the Maidens. That's going to wrap up our coverage here. We're glad you could join us for tonight's game from North Penn High School. 96-14 the score for one final time. For Tony DiDomizio, I'm Kyle Berger. So long, everybody.